Hi there, I'm Tyler Ballhorn from Stockscores.com. This quick video will show you how to set up the charts on Stockscores along with the market scan settings for the discussion that I have in the December 9th issue of the Stockscores weekly newsletter. Now, if you are not already a subscriber to this newsletter, you can do so for free. Simply go to Stockscores.com, go to the products menu, go to the newsletter area, and then right there in that free button, you just click on that and it will ask you to sign up. Now, I'm already signed up as a reader of that newsletter, so it's not going to allow me to sign up there. All right, so let's get into a quick description of how we set up the charts on Stockscores.com. We recently input a new type of chart on Stockscores, and it allows you to do a whole lot more than what you used to be able to do. So if I go down to the bottom of the chart, and I've just called up a chart here by clicking a symbol in the top right-hand box, and I can now go into the chart tab, and I have here the settings available to me. Now you can see that there's a lot of new technical indicators that you can add to the chart. You can add moving averages, you can change the chart type, many different things, but most important I think is that you can also change the interval and the look back period, and you can have the chart go back from a specific date. So in other words, if I wanted to look at a daily chart but I only wanted it to start looking back from October, I could actually say October 31st, and now when I create the chart, it will show me the chart, in this case for Apple, as of October 31st. Now this is nice if you want to do some research on different chart setups. Alright, so let's get into what I want to do for this week's market scan. I'm going to change this chart to a weekly chart. I want it to go back 4 years, so I'm going to change that to 4 and years. And I want to make sure volume is showing, and that's about all. Now I could add other indicators if I want, but for this purpose that's all I really need to do. And now my chart is defaulted to a weekly chart going back 4 years. You can see 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, so now if I change the chart, if I pull up Microsoft for example, it too will now be on that default view of a 4-year weekly chart. Alright, so that's how we set that chart up. Now, the next thing I want to do is create a special market scan, which is the one that we used for this week's newsletter strategy. Now normally we would select one of the preset scans from the pull down menu, and I've got lots of them there, but you can also create your own scan using customized settings. Any of these things in this page can be set, and then you can save that scan for future use. So I'm going to select rows to return. I'm going to put that to 999, which is the maximum amount. I'm going to set my sentiment score to something 60 or higher. I want to put today's price is greater than 95% of the 150-day high, and the final setting that I discuss in the newsletter is a number of trades greater than 1,000. Now I could give that scan a name. I could call this December 9 and check to save scan, and now run the report, and it goes through every stock that trades in North America, and it found 402 that fit the criteria of what I was looking for. Now if you'll notice, if I go back to Tools, Market Scan, now you will see December 9th in my preset scans, my saved scans right there. December 9th is right there. And the reason, of course, is that I saved it as one of my personal scans. Alright, so once I've got my 402 here, I can click on Select All, view this in the gallery, click on Go, and now I can look at these charts 10 per page, so that I can quickly go through all of these charts and try to see if any of them have the right kind of chart pattern that I want. So now the charts have appeared, and you can see that these are weekly charts because that's what I set my default view as. And I can then cycle through the charts looking for the kinds of patterns that we know to look for. So for example, one of the stocks that I featured in the newsletter this week was for Smith & Wesson, which is on screen here. Now if I click on the chart, it will actually make it a little bit bigger so I can see a bit more of the detail. And you can see on Smith & Wesson the stock has broken a downward trend line. I could draw a line across these tops here, and we can see that that line has been broken. That's a good sign that this stock is in the early stages of a trend reversal. Well, that is how I put together the chart settings and the market scan for this week's newsletter. Hopefully this will give you some insight into how to use the tools of Stockscores.com better. Hope you enjoy it. Have a great week in the market and trade well.